back to the stream, everyone. Day 8 of vibe coding an app until we make $1 million. This week we're going to be releasing the app to be tested. Alright, I gotta do a couple things on my end before we can get really get into it, but welcome to the stream. We're gonna be streaming for a couple hours today. Zuhaib, welcome to the stream, man. Zuhaib, I updated the chat. If you look on the left here, there's now, I embedded the chat in the stream. I wanted to see what you thought of that. Also, if you're just tuning in now, we're going to be live for a couple hours. And so if you're free, we're going to be hanging out for a bit. But make sure you like the stream so that we can get a bunch of viewers and watchers here, because we've been making a ton of progress. Cypher Lab just asked, what are you building? Rhythm said, hey man, what's up? Cypher, we're building a productivity app for goals. There's a couple things I need to do on my end before we really get started, but we're just about ready to get working real quick. I got to change up some of my configurations in my environment variables files, so give me 1 second. I decided to change. I was on vacation this weekend, so things were switched around a little bit. Let's see, the API running? API is not running. What's causing this error? Looks like my database is down. Reno said it's 1 a.m. here and I'm thinking of also building something. Oh, okay. Yeah, check description to see what I'm building. Thanks, Yohaib. Cypher Lab said, what do you think? Which one is the best tool for coding, Cursor AI or Claude AI or GPT-5? I use Cursor and I use a variety of different models. But yeah, I mean, for just for example, for a request like this, we're going to use GPT-5 for a second. If you're just tuning in now, make sure you guys like the stream. We're going to be streaming for about 4 hours, so make sure you like and stick around. We're going to make a ton of progress today. We're actually going to also be enrolling testers here soon, so if you're interested in testing the app and actually being one of the first people to be able to give us some feedback, stay tuned. Mohadi said, now if you use Cursor Pro, the limit end fast, so you can merge the API with Pro Cursor and still get use the fast editor in the Pro Cursor features. I don't understand what you mean. Rhythm said that he's a freshman in college. Should I go straight with vibe coding or start from scratch to build projects? I mean, you know, it's interesting. People say vibe coding and it's referred to as that. It's referred to as vibe coding, and I even refer to it here because that's one of the, basically one of the most commonly referred to names to call coding with AI. But, you know, vibe coding isn't really even vibe coding. It's just coding with AI as your assistant, and it's the future. So, you know, if you're asking, you know, should I literally code line by line, I wouldn't be doing that in 2025. You should be using AI. If you're new to the stream, make sure you like. We're gonna be streaming for a couple hours, so. Mohadi said that you saw me use Cursor for more than 4 hours. He says that when he uses it like that, he hits the token limit. Yeah. So the reason I don't hit the token limit is if I hover over here. So what you'll see down here is that basically I have the Cursor Pro plan. So you can see 20 out of $20 included usage. And then I also have usage-based limits. So I just pay for usage, which is $220 so far this month. But also because I run a business, it's kind of just a business expense, which, you know. If you guys haven't already liked the stream, make sure you like the stream. We're going to be streaming for a couple hours today. Noah just asked, "Where's the glasses in the hoodie?" That'll come later. All right, I do not need to do that. All right, let's. Looks like we got our database back up and running. Let's give it a try here. Got an issue with the connection. Alright, perfect. Alright, so now if I refresh this, we should be good to go. Hold on, let's just reload the app. Should be good here. Yeah. Alright. There we go. If any of you are new, if you haven't already seen GoalPost, this is what our app looks like. We made some really interesting changes on day 6, I believe it was. And here are the changes that we made. So if you click this plus button, so instead of having all these separate pages, we basically just have one plus button, which is for posting. And this post button, when you click it, you're able to say create goal, new session, or new story. So that kind of simplifies the app quite a bit. Here's our profile page. We have this GoalPost AI coach. You're able to say, plan my week to hit my goals, and it'll return a formatted response. And it'll actually stream it back, which is nice. We just had a question, should I use Augment or Cursor for the best vibe code? I use Cursor. I'm a big Cursor fan. It would take a lot to get me to stop using Cursor and use somebody else. I'm not even familiar with Augment. I was told by somebody in the chat the other day that that basically there's a GPT-5 model that has no thinking, and I wonder if it's available in Cursor. Yeah, I don't think it is. So the thinking models are the ones with the brain next to it, and you can see GPT-5 fast. I mean, GPT-5 low, GPT-5 high, GPT-5. I mean, let's just GPT-5. What are all the GPT-5 models? Let's see. GPT-5 Mini, GPT-5 Nano. Let's try these out today. So, let's see here. Yeah, so we made this really nice little pop-up here. So when you click plus, instead of having, I think that the simpler the better. So instead of having multiple screens down there at the bottom, we just made it a little bit simpler, especially for the launch of the app. Just have a feed, profile, and then this plus for posting, essentially. So when you click create goal, now it says, what is a goal? A goal is the outcome you're working toward. Create one to track your focus and progress each week. Add a clear title and description. Choose a category and visibility. Set a weekly time target. Okay, I'm gonna say. If I click don't show this again, does it go to the page? So, click create goal. But then what happens when I refresh? I'm thinking that it just is gonna show the thing again because it refreshed. No. All right. If you're new to the stream and you haven't seen GoalPost yet, or you haven't watched in a couple days, we've made a lot of progress. We have a feed screen, and our feed screen looks great. It has a lot of functionality on it now. You're able to follow people, check out who they're following, see their goals. Each goal page has its own progress session, so you can see how much time people have spent. You're able to comment on goals. What's up? What's up, yo? You're able to reply to all these comments. Another thing that we just did that we're working on right now is this plus. It's pretty nice. You plus, and then you're able to create goals. You're able to set new sessions, and then you're also able to post stories, which will be similar to like a Snapchat story. But yeah, we're vibe coding apps until we make $1 million. And if that's interesting to you and you're a fellow fellow person that's interested in AI, coding, and tech, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We've blown past 1,000 subscribers, and I think we're gonna get pretty big. I'm shooting for 10,000 subscribers before the end of August, so make sure you subscribe. So something that we need to do here soon is we actually need to deploy our updates. And let's see here, why isn't So something that we're going to do real quick is we're going to deploy, I just opened up VS Code and I deployed the API as well. And something that we want to check is to see if our code is appropriately being pushed to AWS. So we use AWS as our infrastructure. And if I go to our organizations here, open up Time AI, which is basically the internal name for it, and then go to our API. We have some GitHub actions which are running. You can see that all of them have deployed successfully. Here's the one since we just pushed code. If any of you are familiar with CI/CD pipelines, I just use GitHub actions, which are great, or GitHub workflows. And I set that up, and essentially what happens is you have some configurations with your AWS infrastructure, and once you push code to specific branches or makes, even you can set it up so you can make pull requests with certain labels on it, push code to different places. But this is deploying, which looks good. And now I also want to make sure that the database is deploying and runs its migrations. Looks good. If you're new to the stream, you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe. All right, let's see here. We got our API. So something that we want to do is we want to get our product on TestFlight eventually. So we're gonna have to, I'm gonna open up AWS. Anybody's unfamiliar with AWS, we're going to be doing some work in the cloud today. So let me pull this up. I'm going to sign in real quick, and then we're going to work in AWS and see how everything's doing over there. AWS account. I'm gonna go to CloudWatch, and we're gonna open up log groups, and we're gonna check out our GoalPost API log group, and we're gonna start tailing on this. We're also going to pull up the database because I want to show you guys what's going on behind the scenes here. So in CloudWatch, you're able to see all the logs from your infrastructure. So in our database here, what happened when we pushed that update to our database is it checked to see if there were any migrations and any schema updates to the database, and you can see that there were not, but it was able to do that check. So our database is up to date, and let's go back and make sure our API was able to run successfully. It looks like it was able to deploy. Check the actions here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So that's good. So now we're gonna have to also open Expo Go. And we're gonna check on our builds. All right. So our last builds were on the 6th of August, so 4 days ago. We pushed updates, so we now have to do that. And I can use Cursor for this. So from the terminal, when you're using Expo Go in app developments, you use the terminal to be able to deploy builds to the iOS and Google Play Store, respectively. And you can use ChatGPT or Cursor for that as well. So I say, okay, great, I now need to deploy the iOS build to Expo Go. Please review this and help me deploy and run the most recent update. Or run the correct commands. Terminal to run, deploy the new build. So for those of you that don't know, when you're doing Apple developments, you need to test them first in what's called TestFlight on iOS, and then Google also has a similar program. So we're currently enrolling testers. So once we're able to deploy this code and get it running, we'll be able to actually download it on your phone and test it. And this actually helps you test your production infrastructure. Fang said you shouldn't use okay, great, please in your prompts. It will eat at your input token limit. I mean, yeah, it does. I think it's just out of force of habit. Like, that's just how I talk. I talk to AI the same way that I would talk to a human being, which is weird, but you make a good point. It does eat into your input limits. All right, so it said that it triggered 3 builds in the background: the iOS production with auto submit, the Android production, and then the iOS development client for quick testing. Awesome. That's like it literally did it more than I asked it in a good way. And then over here, you can see that, yep. So here's the iOS submission. Yeah, here's the iOS submission right here. And then it also did the Android, and then it also did a development build for internal development. But yeah, we're gonna wanna get this on TestFlight as soon as possible. So let me log in. I'm gonna log into the App Store Connect as well so that we can check and see what's going on over there. Okay. So here's our App Store Connect. If we go to App Review, we had our last submission rejected, but that was submitted a long time ago when we were just in the initial testing period of the app. So one issue that we have is that for our subscription, there's some missing metadata, but in order to fix this, I'm pretty sure that once we submit the latest build, it'll be able to deploy. But let's check out TestFlight and see if we can get, this is on TestFlight. This is how I add testers. So what we need is we actually need to create a new group, and we need to add testers. So this is how I add testers. So if you give me your email, I'm able to actually send you a link to test the app if you have an iPhone on TestFlight. So if you guys are interested in testing the app and you have an iPhone, it would be great if you could just drop your email in the chat, and I'll send you an invite to test the app on TestFlight. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe, because we're building quite a good community, and we've made a lot of progress. So. Okay, so let's see here, go back to distribution, see if these builds usually take a while to build. So is this still pending? I would assume. What's it doing? No logs. It's queued. This is a queued build right now. Okay, so that's queued. Looks good. And then something else that I need to do is I need to use Canva. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, in Canva, this is where what you can use to edit this.
Every time I hit a bottleneck, I build a new AI employee. Every time I hit a bottleneck, I build a new.
Changing the music up for a second. Hold on, guys. Sorry. All right, here we go.
Every time I hit a bottleneck, I build a new AI employee to crush it.
I used to say that I had one.
There are a ton of these AI employee ads now. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so something that we have to do today, because we've made it so far in the actual programming, like for those of you that have been following along, we've made a ton of progress on the actual program, and we now need to launch the app. Specifically, we're gonna go first to testers on TestFlight, and then we're gonna transition and actually release it on the App Store and submit it to Apple to deploy it on the App Store. But the first thing we need to do is we need to, there's a requirement here that you have to do up to 3 app previews, which are when you go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, those are the screenshots that you see, and we actually need to create them. So we have 3 right now, and we need to get about 6. So what we need to do is we need to basically like take one of these screens, and I'm just gonna say duplicate. So we're gonna duplicate it, and we're gonna look at a screen to say what is like a really good screen that we can use to demo the app. Maybe like Oh, I know what we should do. We should use the AI coach screen. Yeah, this is a good screen. So let's use this. Yeah, so we'll do plan my week to hit my goals. And then it outputs its response. But we're actually going to use this as one of our screenshots. So let's drop this in here. So yeah, so basically what you can do is you can drop it like that. So now we have this, and then I'm just going to use ChatGPT. I think I have a window over here. ChatGPT. And then say, I'm going to drop in all, just say placeholder. And then I'm going to download these. I didn't want them as PNGs. And I'm going to do something interesting here. I'm just going to drop those images into chat, and then I'm going to have it write the text for that 4th recommendation. Say review the screenshots that I am publishing to the App Store. Help me come up with content for the 4th screenshot. So it's going to look at all these. It's going to be able to see what I've already done with the first 3: set goals, share, achieve, deep focus, 0 distraction, stay on track together. And then AI-powered goal planning. I mean, that sounds good. AI-powered goal planning. Let me know what you guys think of that one. We should change it. AI-powered goal planning. So, okay, so we have 4: set goals, share, achieve, deep focus, 0 distraction, stay on track together, AI-powered goal planning. So that's like a feature, essentially. And then what would be another good one? Maybe Frustrated Coder, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. If you haven't already liked, make sure you like the stream and subscribe. We're going to be streaming for a couple hours, and we're going to get a ton of stuff done. We're looking to actually get our app uploaded to App Store Connect today and get it deployed on TestFlight. So if you stick around and you use iOS, you'll be able to test the app. All right, so here's like another. I mean, this profile page is pretty good. I wonder if this, that's good. All right, let's screenshot this. Frustrated Coder asked, are you done with the policy thing for the App Store publish? There are a lot of policies. I'll tell you what, which one are you talking about? All right, so now what we have to do is we just have to screenshot this, and then we can drag and drop it in here. It loads in like that. We do the same thing. This time I'm just gonna screenshot this one since we already prompted chat over here. Drop it in. Say, now give me the content for this screenshot. Drop that one in. So what we're doing is we're trying to build the best App Store preview, because over here in App Store Connect, we're gonna have to drop these images in. So this is gonna be what's actually on the App Store. So this is pretty important. You know, I think the most interesting part about just this stream, you know, and basically just streaming vibe coding an app until I make $1 million, is that first of all, we are going to do it. We're going to make $1 million. Second of all, you know, there's so many different parts of this process that you get to see all of them and you really get to learn. And this is, you know, we've been working mostly on the actual programming. Like if I move this aside, you know, the programming, like this is a serious app that was not easy to program. But we got that done, and now we can basically work on these other portions. So it says, here are my top suggestions for the header. Your goals all in one place. Your personal goal hub. Stay accountable, stay motivated. I mean, that's all right. Your progress at a glance. Let's do this one. So that's the 5th, is just basically a screenshot of the profile page. Here's this page. Let's do like, okay, I don't know if some of you have probably not seen this, but if we sign out and we just go back to like the start of the app, the onboarding, maybe we can just screenshot this. You know, add this one in here. Duplicate again. Oh, oops. Alright, screenshot that. Alright, so now we have six screenshots. So we have set goals, share, achieve, deep focus, zero distraction, and it's a screenshot of like our focus sessions page. I think it's sign in. What was it? BridgeMind 3, right? Okay. So yeah, so then we have our sessions page here. Sessions, this looks good. Stay on track together. I just like that from like the marketing perspective. AI powered goal planning. Stay accountable, stay motivated, that's good. Personalize your journey. Okay, so we have 6 screenshots, so I think this is good. So now what I can do is I can download these, and we're gonna drop them into App Store Connect, and they have like some requirements. And one thing that is not fun is that not only do you have to create the screenshots for like a phone view, but you also have to create the screenshots for, you'll see here, an iPad view. And sometimes that can be a little bit difficult just with the screen resolutions. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I can just drop these 6 images in here. So I'm gonna do delete all on this. Just drag one by one. Wait. What is going on? Frustrated Coder said that he was asking about everything that's needed to publish any app in App Store, like Apple Development Program, privacy policy, etc. I tried publishing a fitness app and you couldn't do it. Yeah, you'll get rejected a couple times. I think, honestly, that comes down to... wait, why does it want me to choose a file out of here but not out of the other one? Can I even choose these? Why is this not letting me choose? You see that? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So now I should be able to update these. There we go. But yeah, sorry, I got distracted. What I was saying is that, you know, you get rejected a couple times because Apple and Google, they both do have some pretty stringent policies for their App Store and Google Play Store respectively, but it's nothing that you can't work through after a couple tries. So I would just say stick with it, because just try and solve the problems that they give you. Like if they want something updated in your privacy policy, then it's no biggie. Just go update your privacy policy and resubmit the app. Frustrated Coder said some weird rules for App Store here in India. Google Play Store was easy. Frustrated Coder said, he says a gambling app, you need random number generator license for App Store. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, we're going to be streaming for a couple more hours today. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'm going to go use the restroom real quick, but I'll be right back. Zuhaib, welcome back. Good to see you, man. We need, this is like so random, but just, you know, for me as streaming, you know, we've got 28 watchers right now, and the chat isn't super active. So I'm trying to come up with better ways to engage the chat. We have 2 moderators in our stream. We have both Zuhaib, who is our first moderator, and then we also have the Linux Thing, who is another moderator, and he's also the moderator of our Discord. But, you know, for all of you that are watching, that are engaged with this project, you know, it would be great for me to be able to see you guys interacting more in the chat and getting other people involved and helping me manage the stream. Because, you know, doing this every day is a challenge, and any way that you guys can help support would be great. So, and one way is just being engaged in chat, because I think that helps build the community. So let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know if that's wrong for me to ask, but I'm just wondering, like, you know, what could I do to make you guys, you know, enjoy the stream more? What are some of your recommendations? Are you guys liking the stream? Is it you guys find it interesting? It would be great to know all these things. Zuhaib has given me a lot of good feedback, so any other feedback from you guys would be really great to get. Zuhaib said we are vibe coding while watching the stream. Okay, so you guys are like working along with me, or, you know, help me understand. Okay, so the requirement for the iPad one is, if you guys didn't see that last, before I deleted the files, you actually have to use an iPad for the screenshots. Zuhaib says vibe coding while watching a vibe coding stream. Yeah, I mean, that's where it's at, if I do say so myself. Alright, so let's get this. Alright, so what I'm going to do with this is I need to resize it. So if we go over here, we can do 1064 by 1072, 1072 by 2064, or 2064, 2752, 2752 by 2064. So if we do this, the height, or no, that's width and height. So I want the height, I want it to have more height. So let's do this. It'll be fat. Zuhaib says vibe coding while watching a vibe coding stream. All right, that makes me feel good that you guys are doing this with me then. We're all working together. The Linux Thing says that he would be more chatty, but my net's a bit lame today. We have wildfires in my province near me. It's okay, but the smoke is messing with internet. Hope everyone is doing okay today. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing okay, Linux Thing. But yeah, I think so that's good feedback. To be a little bit more chatty. That's super helpful. I will say though, you know, something that helps me be more chatty is when the chat is more active. So, you know, I think right now a problem that we're having, for example, you know, I'm a very analytical person, so I've been thinking obviously about just all the stuff with streaming and whatnot. And, you know, something that I think about is, you know, when you guys make it easier in chat by commenting and being engaged, it makes it easier for me to talk. And the Linux thing, I agree with you. I think that when I talk, the streams do better because I'm more engaged. But also, I think that it helps the YouTube algorithm if more people are actually chatting in the stream chat. So for example, I could help the stream by chatting, but then you guys could also help the stream by just like being more involved in the chat. I don't know if that makes sense or if that's appropriate for me to kind of bring up, but it is a valid truth. So if you guys are, you know, working alongside me and you are wanting to have a community and be working with other people that are, you know, vibe coding or working on projects like this, then it would be great if you guys could be more active in the chat, because it would make it easier for me to talk, and, you know, we'd build more of a community because everybody would probably get to know each other a little bit more. So I don't know what all your thoughts are on that, but those are some of my thinking for sure. Fashad said, how much does it cost you in Cursor for this project actually? Yeah, so if I go over here and I pull up Cursor, you can see that I use the Cursor Pro plan and it's cost me $20 this month, but I go over my limit and I have usage-based spending enabled. So I have a $300 limit. I'll up it if I need to, but I just have that there. But I've spent $225 this month, and that means I've spent $225 in the last 5 days because my plan resets on the 5th. So from August 5th to August 10th, I spent $225 on usage. And I used up all the given usage. This needs to go here. Like this. Just completely cover this. Center it. But also, let's do this. Let's go. Like, yes, we want that, but we also want this. So we go here, drag and drop this. No, that's good. We want the screenshot. How do I get this? Is it an upload? Can I find this in uploads, hopefully? Alright, cool. Alright, so let's put this in there. Alright, but then, okay, do that. Okay, the next out of this. So basically what we're doing is we're now doing the iPad version. And it'll be the same, but just for the iPad. I think this looks good. Okay, so let's just copy and we'll just paste all this stuff over. Delete these. Drop in the new image. This, cut and paste. What one was this? This is the post screen. Super Kraken asked, which model am I using primarily? I change the models around. Some of them are different for different things, in my opinion, so I'll change them around for that reason. But I would say right now I've mostly been using, historically, mostly Claude. And I'll just use the model for the prompt at hand. Sometimes I'll be using a thinking model if it's a complex piece of functionality, and then other times I'll be using a different model if it's like easy functionality. Okay, so now we have to go up here, copy this, copy paste, and then what was this? It was the AI-powered goal planning, right? So it was the screenshot here, right? Yeah. So then you just click here, and then kind of go like that. Yep, perfect. All right, if you're new to the stream, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Right now, we're working on actually submitting our app to the App Store. So we've got some code behind here. If you guys haven't checked that out, if you're just joining us now, we've written this app. And now we're working on actually publishing the app to the App Store. The Linux thing asked a question for the viewers. What is your fave coding tools? If you code, what do you do most? Or IDE perhaps, or any tool or AI, let's hear about it. Thanks, Linux thing. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. Is we just need more people like interacting in the chat and stuff, because we're trying to build a community, and we're trying to, I mean, we're literally on a journey to make $1 million from the app. So we're gonna be on this for a while, so it's time to build a community. So, all right, this one was stay accountable. This was this one right here, our profile. I am a go-getter and I'm looking for some better accountability for my goals. Literally the bio. Super Hackin, he said that he's been loving GPT-5 Medium. It has way more adherence to what I asked to do it over Opus. Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to try that out. GPT-5 Medium. Kraken also said, not to mention, it's like 60% cheaper. I mean, yeah, isn't GPT-5 was pretty cheap compared to some of the other models too? Pretty sure. All right. And then this was the personalize your journey. All right, perfect. So I think, yeah, this is great. Set your goals, share, achieve. All right, let's download this. All right, allow these downloads. Then we go to the App Store, connect here, and we actually are gonna be able to just drag and drop these over. I'm gonna say just one at a time. Oh, the dimensions are wrong? How did I get the dimensions wrong? It was 2064 and 2752. Oh my gosh, no way. Dang it, so we have to resize a little bit. That stinks. Resize this design. Okay, that's all right. Wait, what the heck just happened? Wait. Oh, shoot. I went to the wrong one. Oh, man. Wait, what was this app before? It was, oh, I just messed that up. Was it... Kraken said, keeping it daily said, what was your total cursor spend for the app, and what did you use to integrate the AI in the app with? I've already showed this. If you haven't already seen this, you're just joining us. I use Cursor. I use Cursor Pro. In the past 5 days, I used my $20 limit on Cursor Pro, and I also spent $225. But I use Cursor a lot. One, for the audience, and then two, because it is essentially a business investment. So I come from the startup world. I'm not afraid to invest money in business ventures, and this is a business venture for me. So I invest a lot of money in this. Resize this design. Okay, so we just had to do a quick resize for that. Going down, that looks good. Share, download. Okay. And then we should be able to drag and drop these in. Allow. And then I'm actually gonna give a really good name for this. GoalPost iPad app previews. Be descriptive. And then over here, the first thing we need to do is we need to revert the resize that I did. I think that'll fix our issue there. And what was it supposed to be? It was like, oh man. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. GoalPost, iPhone app preview. Ladno Gaming just asked, what's your tech stack? So my tech stack's all over the place. I'm a full stack developer, and I have been for several years. So my tech stack right now is I like Postgres as my database. I am a big fan of SQL. I have a lot of experience with MongoDB and other NoSQL databases, but I've enjoyed Postgres lately. And then for the front ends, I'm usually using Next.js, or in this case, it's React Native. because we're building an app. But if I'm building like for example, if I go to BridgeMind.ai, which is our website, you can see this is a Next.js website, and I built all this. So if you guys haven't already gone to the website, we're launching a beta on the 1st of September for essentially like actual courses to be able to learn how to code with AI. Right now it's called vibe coding, but in general, I do think that it is the future. So I call it vibe coding because that's what people commonly refer to it as, but really all it is coding with AI. So BridgeMind is you're going to be actually able to take courses and get certifications in specific things in the world of learning to program with AI. Okay, so let's go over here to our iPad screen and open up those screenshots again, the iPad previews, and then these you should just be able to drag and drop in. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, this looks great. Okay. Okay, awesome. So yeah, our screenshots are now updated in App Store Connect, so we should be ready to move on here from the screenshots portion and think about like some of the promotional text and the descriptions and the keywords that we want to use. Also, let's check up on our builds that we submitted to iOS. Let's just check our Expo account real quick and make sure that our builds went that we did about like 30 minutes ago. Sean just asked, have you ever tried Figma instead of Canva? I know Figma's big. I am a big fan of Canva. I like Canva more than Figma. What are you a fan of, Sean? Kraken asked, he said that Opus 4.1 is $15 million per million tokens and $70 on millions tokens out. GPT-5 is $1.23 per million tokens and $10 per million tokens on the way out. So GPT-5 is about a 15th of the cost of Opus 4.1 on tokens in, and it's a 7th of the cost on tokens out. That's incredible. Okay, so that's done. So now let's go over here. Our images are updated, and something I want to do now is I want to add a version here. The Linux thing said what we call vibe coding now is frankly just coding's next logical step. You still need skills, but the pace one can work is amazing lately. Yep. Yeah, that's so true. Super Kraken just said, yep, it's the next layer up, just like Python over C. Okay. Wait. What build was this? Of 1.011, and is that 1.011? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, everyone. So we actually have TestFlight available. So for anybody that has an iOS device and wants to try the app on TestFlight, that's what we're going to do. Isn't screen mirroring a thing? Because I'm going to actually now download this on my phone. What is it? It's like on Mac. How do I get my phone to my... I'm pretty sure... Let's pull up chat. So I'm trying to figure out how to screen share my iPhone to my Mac so that you guys can actually watch me using it on TestFlight. Because something that we need to do is that before we submit our app to the App Store, what we need to do is we need to test it on TestFlight to make sure that not only the code is working locally on a simulator, but that also the code is working on not a simulator, but actually your iPhone, and it's interacting with the production APIs and the production database. And we actually already have those things set up in AWS, so we're ready to go. So for everybody out there that understands AWS infrastructure and cloud computing, we already have everything set up that we need. We have all of our code pipelines built, so really all that's left is that we need to get this code and test it on our iPhone. Keeping It Daily said iPhone mirroring, that's what they call it. Yeah, iPhone, I know it's iPhone mirroring, but lately there is a much better way of doing it. iPhone mirroring. Okay, iPhone mirroring. Okay, thank you. All right, let's connect to this. Thank you, Keeping It Daily, I appreciate it. If you're new to the stream and you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, we're building an app, we're vibe coding an app until we make $1 million. So if you are into programming, tech, AI, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel because we're going to be working on this and you can follow along. Hopefully you learn a lot. Any way that I can help you. Okay, connect. Okay. All right, everybody. All right, so here's my iPhone. Can we make this bigger? Okay. So here, if you're familiar with TestFlight or app development, you can actually test the app on an iPhone. So if you have TestFlight downloaded, you're able to actually test the app. So we're streaming from my iPhone. Here's GoalPost. You can see that we can actually install the update that I pushed. So we're able to just click install here and replace the version of GoalPost that we already have. Let's see if we have a question. The Linux thing, he said there's a random question, iPhone or Android in the chat. Linux thing says that he likes both, but has limited experience with iPhone. He's never owned one and only know a very few with them out where he lives. He says that he uses a Pixel 8 with Graphene OS in my case. Oh wow, okay, so it's a Google Pixel? Cool. All right, so now, so for all of you that have not seen GoalPost, this is what it actually looks like when the app first launches. And I'm using TestFlight. So we have. Okay, why can't I not click the back button there? Wait, can we restart the app? Hold up. Is it this? Okay, so let's restart the app, right? Yeah. Where is GoalPost? Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's what GoalPost looks like when it is initially launched. Bite me just asked what's the purpose of the app. The purpose of the app, well, we're actually about to do a live walkthrough right now, so if you're just joining or if you're wondering what we're working on, this is the perfect time to watch since we're going through all the functionality. And something I'm going to do while we're testing this is, if you guys remember, we pulled up our API earlier, And something that we're going to start doing is we're going to go to our API and we're going to start tailing to make sure that this works. So for those of you that understand, we have TestFlight over here and it's connected to our API. So let's try creating a new account. So I click create new account, create free account. You're able to select, so I'm going to select education, health and fitness, and I'm also going to select my work and career. Click continue. When are you the most productive? I'm most productive in the mornings. Preferred session length is around 2 hours. I like to focus for about 2 hours. All right, so we just created an account. So now what we're going to see is we're going to see all of those logs come through on the API here on the left. Let me put this in focus a little bit better. So yeah, so we just created an account, and what you can see is the logs coming through on this end. So we had a couple of health logs, and then you can see that there was an auth sign up, an auth sign in, and then a call for the feed. So everybody, if that's awesome. So this is working in TestFlight. It's working. All these routes are working. We click the plus. It pops up our create goal, new session, and story option. Let's create a goal. So something that I added is that it pops up when you're initially creating a goal. It says, a goal is the outcome you're working towards. Create one to track your focus and progress each week. Add a clear title and description, choose a category and visibility, set a weekly time target. And this only shows once. It's just to help people that initially have just downloaded the app and maybe they don't know what it is. So I'm trying to think through, like, even when people are looking at stuff like this, they're sometimes like wondering, hey, is this, how do I work this? And hopefully this helps explain it. So I can click don't show again. And it looks like that didn't automatically redirect. So we're gonna need to fix that to automatically redirect. But let's create our first goal. So let's say our goal title is to reach 2,000 subscribers. So I'm gonna say, I am going to stream every single day until, I spelled single wrong, single day until I reach 2,000 subscribers. I'm gonna put that in there. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, liking the stream helps. Who can see it? Private goal or public goal. So this is where you choose whether you want to just keep your goal to yourself or if you want to share it to the public. I'm gonna choose a public goal, and then I also can select a category for my goal. So I'm just gonna do career. CW said that the phone screen's kind of small. He can't see the words. Yeah, I don't think that there's a way for me to expand, unfortunately, because I'm using an iOS simulator right now. So, sorry. It only stays the actual size of the screen. Like if I hold my phone up, it's the exact same size of my iPhone. Apple does it in a very interesting way. Okay, so click continue. Weekly commitment is gonna be 80 hours a week. My target date is, I think we can hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of next week. So I'm gonna set target date for the 17th to hit 2,000 subscribers a week from now. And then, so you can see, there's a little summary page here. Reach 2,000 subscribers, 80 hours per week. The deadline is the 17th of August, and then you can set the visibility, and I chose public. So now that I create, it's gonna create this new goal. And over here on the left, we're gonna see all those logs come through, the API goals create route. So on my end, this is what it looks like. You can see the request ID, you can see how long it took, you can see the status code. Looks good. Okay, so then you can share it. So if I click share, it's gonna pull up my personal share settings. If I go back to goals, it's gonna take me back to goals. If I do create another goal, I can obviously create another goal. Let's go back to the home now and go to our profiles. And something that we're gonna need to do is, make a couple updates. I can't seem to scroll. Something that I can't do on the iOS simulators, unfortunately, is, oh, there we go. That's how we scroll. Okay, never mind. All right, sorry. All right, so there we go. So now that we refreshed, here we have our profile reached 2,000 subscribers, and the description says I'm going to stream every day until I reach 2,000 subscribers. Have all the information there. That looks good. So now something that we can do is we can click the plus button and click new session. And it says a session is focus time. You log toward a goal, pick a goal, choose a duration, and start the timer to stay on track. We're gonna say continue to start session, and then we can select a goal and choose reach 2,000 subscribers. And whoa, that just crashed. All right, so I just shared some feedback. And this is why it's gonna be important that we get people actually testing it. So something that I wanna do just real quick is I actually need to get out the website so that we can allow people to test the app. So let's do something just real quick. Let's go to all right, so the website, pull it up here. So this is the code base for the BridgeMind.ai website. Let's put this here. Go to BridgeMind, or wait, no, let's go local. So go here, start the server. All right, guys, it's that time. It's time for the sunglasses. All right, so we just started. Sahil said, what is the tech stack for this app? We're using Postgres for the database. We're using Nest for the API. We're using React Native on the front end. All right, so if I go to the products page, I need a way to sign up for the GoalPost beta. So let's just give that I need a way for the users to sign up for the GoalPost beta and test it on TestFlight for iOS users and the test software for the Google Android users respectively. Create a beta page specifically for GoalPost and allow users to enter their email and choose whether iOS or Android and confirm and submit to join the testing program. All right, so I'm gonna allow you guys to enter your emails and basically just select whether you're on an iOS device or an Android device, and then I'll be able to send you links to be able to test the app. Okay, so now let's go over to products and drop that in. I'm also going to drop in this roots object. I think that'll be good. If you're new to the stream, make sure you like and subscribe. How many subscribers are we even at? think we blew past 1,000. Let's see what we're at. We're at 1,146, which is crazy because I think the channel grew like 50% in like 3 days or 4 days. We've gained subscribers very, very quickly. So I just created a new page. Let's expand this a little bit so you guys can see it better. All right, GoalPost beta page. CW, he said GPT-5, huh? Yep. GPT-5. Sword just said that I literally just got recommended your day 6 stream 2 minutes ago. YouTube is pushing, LOL. Yeah, YouTube, I don't know what they're doing. I think the algorithm's been blessing me lately. Wait, what the heck did it just do? Sorry, 1 second. Bite Me said, keep pushing through, man. Don't stop. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we got a ton done already today. Getting those images updated, edited and updated, and actually getting them submitted in the App Store console, that was pretty big. All right, what did this... Oh, I just went to my branch. Okay, complete GoalPost setup. So, all right, here's the page that it created for us. It says GoalPost beta, sign up to test GoalPost early, choose your platform, and we will send you access to TestFlight iOS or Google Play Android. So you can just, why is there like this weird, do you see the character issue in the we will? It's like, there's like a weird slash. I'm checking our subscriber count again. Last time I checked, it was at 1,146. Let's see if we got any more. 1,147. We're going up. Thank you, whoever subscribed. I don't know what helps the streams the most. I think it's likes for the stream, and then also engagement in the chat. So the more that you guys, basically the more engaged that you guys are, the better. Let's see. Sword, he said, out of curiosity, what is the app? I literally just found your channel a few minutes ago, so I am curious. Okay, great question. I'll show you real quick. We're working on it right now. Literally, we have this goal. So I have a focus session active right now, and I'll pause it so that I can show you how it works. We're focusing on making $1 million, but that's one feature of the app. So let's close out of that page, and let's do a little tutorial of the app. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Join the community. We also have a Discord. I think one of our moderators, the Linux thing, usually has the link handy somewhere. Appreciate you, Linux thing. All right, so we go here, and here's our profile page. So my profile, I am a go-getter and looking for some better accountability for my goals. You create your goals, so I can click this plus button and create goals, create a new session, which is the screen that we were just looking at, where I actually focus on a specific goal. I can create my goal. This is where I enter in all the information. It's about 5 steps. You enter in a few fields of data. On the profile page over here, you also have your AI assistant, your AI coach. You can plan my week to hit my goals. It's actually going to have the information needed to give you information on your goals, and it knows how long that you've worked and focused towards a goal on a specific week, and it's able to have an intellectual, intelligent conversation that's knowledgeable about your progress on your goals. You can have save these sessions, save other people's goals. If I go over to the feed, you can see that there are other users in the app, and all their goals will be posted in here. So you can put goals as either public or private. And then when you go here, that's where you see other people's profiles. So this profile, Matthew M4, he's learning Spanish, he's testing a goal for liking, and he's also building an app. And you can click into these goals and you can like them, and you can comment on them, and you can save them, and you can share them. You can see what their sessions were. But yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. Sam said, do I smell React here? Yep, React and React. Or actually, I don't know if you meant the website or what you meant. There's multiple things we're working on, but we're using React Native in the app, and we're using Next.js. CW said, just small typo, don't bully GPT, please. Yeah, that wasn't that big of a mistake. We'll forgive it this time. All right, let's go now to finish this GoalPost beta sign up. We updated the front end, which is great, but we also have an API. So let me just now pass in the API. All right. Sorry, I was focused in there. I'm gonna take a couple questions from chat after I upload this, but I just wanted to make sure we got something working there. I need to go to Pages directory. Oh my gosh, this one's big. So wait, here we go. Here, and then it was here. Beta competition page. All right, so I'm gonna submit all these. Okay, let's see here. Take some questions from chat. Okay, let's see here. Sword said he likes it. He said it's a social network and a to-do list combined. Kind of less of a to-do list and more of actually setting time and thinking through how much time you want to allocate towards your goals. So I don't know if anybody here has ever read the book Deep Focus, but after I read this book, it's up on my bookshelf behind me, but I was very interested in creating an app that would help me basically have my goals, you know, where I could see them in front of me, and then also like allocate an amount of time towards them using a Pomodoro timer. So I could be like, okay, I mean, let's if we pull up the simulator again, let's just do control, pull this up. I mean, let's get back to our session. I mean, if you go up here, you pull this up, our session, we got to resume it. We got to resume our session. Pyme said you need to work on security because LLMs are not really on there. Yeah, that's true. Pluto said he doesn't know my name, but he has an idea for a web or a mobile app. He thinks that it has the potential to make us millions of dollars if executed right. Let me know if anyone is interested to hear more. What's the idea? Sam said, cool. Can you show us how your auth works? The auth, I mean, it's just your best, simple best practices auth system. Auth is pretty simple if you're building it with some of these better models. They're pretty good at it. JWTs. If you're watching the stream and you haven't already liked or subscribed yet, make sure you like and subscribe. We've got 27 likes, and then when I started the stream, we were at like 1,120 subscribers, and now we're at 1,150. So for all of you that have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, because we're gonna make $1 million. And also like the video. We only got 27 likes. I think the most that we've ever had is like maybe 60, and I'm gonna be streaming for a couple more hours, so maybe you can beat 60 today. That would be cool. All right, so let's test this now. Say iOS. Load failed. Oh, wait, I don't have the API on. All right, hold up. It's the Express API that we're running. We gotta run npm run dev. Express is actually pretty good. What? Can I find API? What happened? Huh. What happened? Fix this. Simple enough. Oh, something else that I was thinking about lately is that another thing that like makes streaming way better and building a community is when people turn the notifications on for the YouTube channel, because basically, like, if you have notifications turned on, then you can be one of the first people to join the stream, and that's usually when I'm the most responsive, because I just turned the stream on and I'm just getting started. And it's also like really inspiring when I get on a stream and I just start streaming, there's already like immediately a lot of people watching me. So if you haven't already like turned on notifications, that would be cool too if you did that, because basically it like makes it so that there's more people watching like right from the start of the stream, which is cool. All right, let's take some questions from the chat. So let's see here. Bite Me, he said, do the in-app block phone notifications. Somebody in the chat, Pluto, has an idea, and he said that it's called HireWorthy, an AI-powered remote work job portal that lists all the employers who are most likely to hire remote workers. I have a doc ready with all the details. Send me your email. If I got cut off. He said send me your email if you're interested, I would assume. hire-worthy. An AI-powered remote work job portal. CW said, make a website that makes money for people that makes money. I had to switch to Sonnet there for a second. Alright, chat's blowing up. Sword said a Chrome extension that sends you notifications whenever an employer gets back to you from applying for jobs either via email address or somewhere else. Okay. Pluto said, anyway, I still don't have your name, but dude, love the grind, already subscribed and liked this live. Hey, thank you, Pluto. Appreciate it. What is going on? Finally, it connected. Oh my gosh. Alright, so now, what is going on? Oh, this is why it was doing that the whole time. Oh my gosh. I'm so dumb. Sometimes like the smallest errors that you don't even think about are causing you issues. Ish said, hey makers, which AI should I launch first? Smart chatbot solves any problem. Voice talk AI, emotional human-like combo, hands-free. Which and why? And then Ish said, advise me. I'm not sure, yeah. The front end, it's a cores issue. Oh my gosh, okay, it's a cores issue. Okay, stop, it's a cores issue. Alright. Alright, Pluto just asked me to drop the music that I'm listening to in the chat. Yeah, give me 1 second, I'll drop it in. Let me find it real quick. I don't even know where it is. Oh, let's check how many subscribers we have. So where are we at? 1,156? Wow. Wow, we literally went up by like 50% in just a couple days. Let me find the link. It's on one of my Safari tabs. Okay, it's this one. It is not that one. Okay, it's right here. Alright, I'll drop the sound in the chat. There you go. Alright, I need to use the restroom real quick. But if you guys haven't already, this is a great time to grab coffee or like and subscribe. Getting close on the app. Let's see here. Our focus session, we just finished one, so let's do another focus, and let's we're gonna do another 2 hours. We're gonna do another 2 hours of streaming. So I just started the timer. Make sure you guys like and subscribe because we're gonna be streaming for another 2 hours. We're gonna make a ton of progress. So let's go. All right, we're back. All right. So let's open back up our screen mirroring because we were testing that a second ago. Pull up GoalPost. Bio testing works. Username updating. Let's check. Updated to BridgeMind. That works. Username updated to BridgeMind. Let's try this. BridgeMind 1. All updated. And then once you go back, it's all updated. Perfect. Sessions. I think we had an error on creating sessions. So you do not show again. Open it up. I am Gingerbread just asked, how do you get the mobile previews that I'm using? So that's a great question. So there's two of them. The one here that I'm kind of like, spinning around in a circle. This one is just screen mirroring from my iPhone. And then this one on the right is the iOS simulator. So this one, we're using TestFlight, which is using all of our production server code. And then this one is using all of our server side, or our local code on our machine. So right now we're testing TestFlight. So I'm gonna select this goal. I'm pretty sure when I clicked start session, it crashed. This time it works. All right, this time it works. Okay, so I'm gonna pause that, X out, check out our feed. Can we like? Yep. Can we save? Refresh, yep. Save that goal. and then do go. I want to be able to click this and it take me to commenting. I am Gingerbread says, thanks dude, I've been using DevTools. What DevTools? Okay, so feed looks good. View the leaderboard. Streaks appear to be working as well. The one thing that we definitely need to get working is updating a profile. Updating your profile image is something that needs to be updated. I am Gingerbread just said in the browser. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so this looks good. Let's test our AI coach. I actually don't think that this is gonna work because I haven't updated the environment variables in the back end yet. So I don't think that that's gonna work. But let's check, and this is the nice part about being able to check production code is that, let's check first of all how many subscribers we have. 1,157, so it's going up. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Also, turn on post notifications so that you can be like notified when I start streaming. And then I'm usually more responsive at the start of streams. So, okay, let's see here. All right, so if I start tailing, we're gonna start tailing for logs, and we're gonna go back and just send off one of these recommendations again and see what happens. See what errors we're getting. Because obviously we're sending a request, so. All right, here it comes. Okay, so it said we got a 404, and I'm assuming it's a 404 because no API key. Doesn't look like that. Ish said that he has two projects that he's working on. I just need to publish one that can make me a millionaire. Yeah, well, we're gonna publish one that makes us a millionaire. I'm gonna stream until I make $1 million. So if you want to follow along, I'm literally gonna be streaming every day until I make $1 million. So make sure you like and subscribe, turn on notifications because we're gonna be making $1 million. Somebody said that they were vibe coding while watching vibe coding. I think it was Zuhaib, and That was funny. He said, I'm vibe coding while you're vibe coding. Okay, yeah. So the problem is that it's missing just an API key. That's the problem there. So, you know what we need to do? We need to make a Trello board. Hold up. Alright, so we have two bugs. We have to add our sequence to AWS Key Production, and then another issue that we have is when you are updating your image here, like if I click take photo, I can't do it on my Mac, but once I take it, it's not actually uploading it to my S3 bucket, it's uploading it to the user's local machine with so that they can see it, but other people can't. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked, subscribed, and turned on post notifications, make sure you do so right now. Alright, I'm about to show you guys the Discord. We have a Discord right now, and quite a few people have joined. But if you haven't already joined, I'm going to drop an invite, a temporary invite in the chat that you can join in from. Pratyasha says, open up the upload functionality code. Let's fix that. All right. Sounds good to me. All right. So let's close out of this now. That's good. Open up time. All right. So here's our focus session screen. We're going for another 2 hours, but we need to also actually update some errors here, but wish there was a way for us to bring up 2 iOS simulators. Looks like somebody just joined the Discord. Thanks for joining. Welcome. Okay, so the upload functionality, I'm gonna click pause and exit. If I go to the profile page here and click edit profile, it brings up this page, and then if you click on this button, that's where you're able to take a photo or choose from gallery. And the problem is that to test this functionality, if I click take photo right now, the iOS simulator is going to crash, and that's just basically the packages that we're using. It caused it to do that. You can only test this feature on an iPhone, which is why sometimes it's a little bit annoying. So let's quit the simulator and restart it. It's really annoying. So let's launch this. So let's go over here and take a look at this. So we're not gonna test it, but we are gonna build it, and then we'll test it on my iPhone because Expo Go works. So what we'll do is we'll test it on my screen simulator. So we're going to go to the Time AI API, open it up, and we're going to go to modules here and take a look at our upload functionality. Yeah, this is a React Native app. All right, so I said review the upload functionality in depth for our app. Right now we have a ticket in our Trello board that the profile image functionality was not working because it was submitting the image of the user's file path to the image on their personal phone and uploading that instead of actually uploading the user's selected image to the S3 bucket respectively and saving and submitting the S3 bucket URL to the image of the image. Think deeply and build this. Okay, so that's a pretty good prompt. Let's upload this. Oh, I already did. And then I also want to go and actually show the front end screen so that it understands kind of where we're at in that process as well. So the upload functionality, I'm going to drop all of it in because I want it to have as much reference as possible. All right, is it here? Profile image upload, yeah. All right, so let's use a better model. So right now we've been using GPT-5, but let's switch it up to GPT High Fast and then turn on max mode for that. Okay, let's see. So we got asked, is your app allowed to put objects in your S3 bucket? Have you set up the required permissions? Yes. So the app is not, it does not have the permissions itself to upload the image to the S3 bucket. The API has the permissions to upload to the S3 bucket, and basically it's all protected with auth roots and guards, and it has the permissions to read and write to the S3 bucket, which is a public bucket since the images are public to read from. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna be streaming for about another hour or two. We're at 32 likes and we are at 1,159 subscribers. Let's get to 1,160. So we need one more. Also, I'm trying to post on X more. If you go to the description, you'll see some of the links to like the other BridgeMind channels on Twitch and X and Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. But if you could just give the X a follow, that would be great, because I'm trying to build a following on there as well. All right. So I'm trying to think of the best way to test this. Let's just deploy it to. All right, so I just made a to-do to submit the new build to iOS for review. So now all we have to do is we are going to pull up App Store Connect again, and we're actually going to submit this build 1.0.11. We're going to submit this for review. I think it's ready. So here are the images that we updated earlier in stream. Here's the iPad images. All right, everybody. We've been streaming for a couple hours now, and I just decided that I want to stream again later tonight. So I'm going to shut the stream down right now for a couple hours, but we're going to be streaming again tonight, and we're going to be working on some more functionality, because right now I just have to do a lot of stuff that's based in kind of like back end, like submitting this and kind of doing like some keyword research and making sure that the listing is right. And I want to get back on to like some programming and stuff later. So thanks for tuning in and watching the stream. If you haven't already done so, make sure you like and subscribe. Again, we're going to be going live again tonight. So thanks everybody for tuning into the stream, and I'll see you later.